will change dramatically in the 21st century, which is, I consider, to be the century of information. And because of this, we are of course very, very little aware of information in our surrounding. My friend Vlad, who is the person who creates the music for our software and also the graphical work, he is Russian, or actually Ukrainian, so it's your neighbor from your neighboring country, and he just became naturalized in America this last month, and with the folder of all his documents he got also a little American flag, and on this flag was a little label "Made in China." So of course nobody's aware in America about this absurdity, because America is the country where information is mass produced. So there is of course the least density of information and accordingly least awareness of different qualities of information. So this is a little story, and that's also why I know most people in America are damaged not by environmental pollution or by any other biochemical cause or even energetic cause. They are damaged by information, and they have to find out about these things in probably the hard way. So energy is really given in our culture an over-importance, and so we have sound and light and all kind of energy stimulations, and we are not aware of the information that's being carried on on these kinds of energy. And we believe with Einstein, who was actually the high priest of the 20th century, energy and matter is everything. Actually, in the end, energy is everything, because matter is just a form of energy. It can be transformed into energy. So that's why we have this belief system: information is nothing, because it's just a modulation state of energy. And this will have to change. It will have to be reversed, that we understand energy is an expression of an informational plan, not the other way around, that energy is really the real thing and information is just a form of modulation of the real thing of energy. And actually we will have to come back to what has been known for many, many centuries, or for all times, and which had high times in the times where the Middle Ages, where the witches were of course very powerful, and they had, what did they use? They used information, rituals, symbols, mostly to do what they were doing, to affect things and people at a distance. And I, of course, German physicist, was thinking this is all belief, it's all superstition, until I came here to Brazil, where this is a common fact, that if you have a problem, you go to either a spiritual healer, or if you want to get rid of somebody or want to hurt somebody, you go to a black magic voodoo healer, a healer in quotation marks. So they use always information, rituals, sounds, pictures to do what they are paid for. So it's reality here in Brazil and in many other places, especially in Egypt, Malaysia, but in the West we have forgotten about this, and this will be something what we have to relearn, the power and the possible negative side effects. And then also we will understand much more many forms of religious practices, the liturgy, the prayer, the practices, the mantras, the prayer wheels. We will understand all this as a form of truly effective tools of the informational world to affect things in the physical world. And we will understand that actually in the 20th century all this was just mistakenly discarded by only one concept, that's the placebo. So the 21st century will have the emphasis on information and will develop tools like the core system that can show reproducibly the influence of the effect of information, and also understand that in the world of information, reproducibility is not the same like in energy and matter effects, because there it's relatively simple phenomena that can in most cases be ordered in a linear way of cause and effect, whereas in information it's all a network of factors that affect each other, and often to such a degree that predictability is simply not possible. And so this will be shown empirically first, to show that there is techniques like the core system, like other informational methods, that actually can affect the life of people in a beneficial way, that can change health and that can change even physical phenomena. And it's not only the observer effect, not just by observing something it changes. It is much more complex than this. But this is just the little tiny ideas that they got 100 years ago. There is something that we are not aware, and especially Einstein was not aware, that he lost and he was excluding most of our world out of his picture, out of the 20th century worldview, and this is information. So I'm happy we can talk, and I was invited at your conference to speak, because I see meaning, semiotic symbols is the key for this century. So the future will be about finding ways to change physical and energetic phenomena with information, and to understand that information is really potential energy. It's not energy, but it is potential energy. So it has the possibility to be turned into energy. And we know all this if somebody says, I love you, it's just information, but you see how much energy this creates. You will be able to walk ways you cannot imagine you could before. And then we will also, of course, understand many physiological processes, how they can be affected by information in a positive and usually in a negative way. Our heartbeat, our blood pressure, our body temperature. This is not just psychological problems. This is psychological potential. And we will find out this, and your science, the science of semiotic and of information in general, will be the key, the tool for the 21st century. So thank you for having me talk, and I maybe see you next time at my seminar in Bucharest. And Trajan, thank you for inviting me. Thank you.